Time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.
Lynette, you did it again. You waddled into court trying to outsmart people who can actually read, filed your motion for protective order, and prayed the judge would cradle you like a fainting Victorian widow clutching her pearls. Instead, you got a 3-page spanking signed by an actual circuit court judge who basically said, sit down, stop crying, show up. You want the court to believe you were too emotionally delicate to face a deposition? The same woman who's been screaming on social media for years straight about truth suddenly can't handle a few questions under oath? Well, that's cute. The order reads like a bedtime story written for someone who still thinks burden of proof is a mean nickname. Let's start with the obvious. Judge flat out said you failed to show good cause for skipping your deposition. Translation, your sob story didn't meet the minimum legal standard for anything except eye rolling. You filed a motion that managed to waste everyone's time and cost you money in one move. The court literally cited the rules you tried to twist and hammered you with them like a mallet on a carnival mole. And now here comes the invoice. The judge awarded sanctions and attorney's fees to Jeremy, George, and Larry. You didn't just lose, you funded the people you've been screaming about online. You've become your own worst Patreon tier. That's not karma, that's arithmetic. But here's where it gets even better. Well, that order, it's demanding you. Oh, not just a little bit. It is demanding you to appear for an audio-video deposition by October 31st, 2025. Be there, be square. No more effing around, because you are about to find a Halloween. Well, I couldn't have picked a more poetic date. When all the witches come out. While everyone else will be wearing costumes, you'll be wearing regret all over your face and pretending your internet law degree still counts. The camera, it'll roll, the questions will come, and for the first time in your life, the mute button is going to save you. You can't backtrack once you've got those all in on the deposition. Now, I know that you've spent months whining about harassment, and what you really meant was accountability. Now, see, you tried to spin that narrative that people reading public court filings were somehow violating your human rights. The judge just told you politely but firmly that discovery isn't optional because it bruises your ego. This isn't a Facebook comment thread where you can delete the replies. But let's be clear, this wasn't harassment. It was justice tapping on your shoulder, asking when you plan to stop wasting ink. The court practically had to write you a tutorial on how civil procedure works. You didn't just misunderstand the rule, you set it on fire, ran it through the courthouse yelling persecution, and pissed all over it, and then stomped it out while holding a match. Now, if you fail to show up again, Rule 1.38 gives the judge permission to go absolutely freaking nuclear on you, striking all of your pleadings, dismissing your case, or dropping a default judgment so hard it'll echo in your next bankruptcy. Well, that's not a threat. That's just an inevitability. If you keep acting like discovery is just a suggestion. Now, you wanted to play lawyer. Well, now you get to pay one, not just yours. Every motion you file without understanding is a $300 lesson in humility. And judging by the docket, you're halfway to a PhD in embarrassment. Now, the protective order you wanted wasn't about safety. It was about hiding from the truth. You've been staging a one-woman production of The Martyr and the Microphone for months, and the judge just cut the power to your spotlight. You're not being silenced. You're being required to tell the truth under oath. And damn, girl, there is a difference there. So grab your best Walmart blazer, rehearse your I don't recall, and get ready for the Halloween special nobody asked for, Lynette's Deposition of Doom. The part where you finally realize the internet echo chamber doesn't translate to a courtroom. Now, this isn't harassment. It's called consequences. You asked for them in writing, and now you've got a signed copy with the court's letterhead.